Welcome to English Viral, the podcast where learning English is fun, easy, and super practical.
I'm Nolan.
And I'm Iris, and today we're going to talk about something that every English learner needs, but often struggles with: how to ask for help in English.
Oh, yes, this is such an important topic, Iris. I remember when I first started learning English, I was too shy to ask for help. I would get lost, confused, or stuck on problems, and I'd just suffer in silence because I didn't know how to ask properly.
Huh, that's so common, Nolan. Many people feel embarrassed or think asking for help makes them look weak or incompetent. But actually, asking for help is a sign of intelligence and confidence. It shows you're willing to learn and improve.
Exactly, and in English-speaking cultures, asking for help is completely normal and expected. People are usually happy to help if you ask politely.
That's right. And after today's lesson, you'll know exactly how to ask for help in any situation, whether you need directions, don't understand something, need assistance at work, or require support with a personal problem.
We'll learn how to ask for help politely, how to ask for clarification when you don't understand, how to request assistance in professional settings, and all the important phrases and expressions that native speakers use.
Exactly. And we'll make it super clear, super natural, and super practical. Step by step, phrase by phrase, we'll build your confidence so you never have to suffer in silence again.
I love it. And friends, this is really crucial. Knowing how to ask for help can save you time, prevent mistakes, and help you learn faster. It's an essential life skill in any language.
Before we start, we do have one tiny request, right, Nolan?
Oh, yes. Friends, if you're enjoying our lessons and finding them helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Give this episode a big like and share it with someone who also wants to communicate more confidently in English. Learning together is always more fun.
Yes, and if you have any questions or want us to cover specific topics, leave a comment below. We read every single comment and we love hearing from you. In fact, asking us questions in the comments is a great way to practice asking for help.
That's a great point, Iris. All right, I'm ready. Let's learn how to ask for help like confident native speakers.
Perfect. Let's dive in. Okay, Nolan, let me start with a fundamental question. Why do people find it difficult to ask for help?
I think there are several reasons. First, people are afraid of looking stupid or incompetent. Second, they don't want to bother others. And third, they simply don't know how to ask politely in English.
Excellent analysis. Those are exactly the three main barriers. But here's the truth, friends. Asking for help doesn't make you look stupid. It makes you look smart because you're taking action to solve your problem.
Right, and most people actually enjoy helping others. It makes them feel valued and useful.
Exactly. As for not knowing how to ask politely, that's what we're here to teach you today. So let's start with the basics. What's the simplest way to ask for help in English?
I guess the most direct way is just to say, "Help me, please."
Well, that's grammatically correct, but it can sound a bit abrupt or even desperate. It's better to use slightly longer, more polite phrases.
Like what?
The most common and polite way to ask for help is, "Could you help me, please?" or "Can you help me with something?" These are friendly and not too formal.
Oh, I see. The word could makes it more polite than can.
Yes, could is generally more polite than can in requests, but both are acceptable in most situations. Let me give you more examples. Would you mind helping me? I could use some help with this. I need some assistance, please.
Those all sound very polite. What about more formal situations, like at work or in academic settings?
Great question. For formal situations, you can say, "I was wondering if you could help me with something," or "Would it be possible for you to assist me?" or "I would appreciate your help with this matter."
Those sound very professional.
Yes. Now, it's important to understand that asking for help is usually a two-part process. First, you get the person's attention and make your request. Second, you explain specifically what you need help with.
Can you give me an example of this two-part structure?
Of course. Let's say you're in a store and you can't find something. You might say, "Excuse me, could you help me, please? I'm looking for the pasta aisle, but I can't seem to find it."
I see. Excuse me, could you help me please? Is the first part, getting attention and requesting help, and then I'm looking for the pasta aisle is the second part, explaining what you need.
Exactly. This structure works in almost any situation. Now let's talk about different types of help you might need and the specific phrases for each.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's start with asking for help when you don't understand something. This is super common for language learners. If someone is speaking too fast, you can say, "I'm sorry, could you speak more slowly, please?" Or, "Could you repeat that, please? I didn't quite catch it."
What if someone uses a word I don't know?
You can ask, "What does word mean?" Or, "I'm not familiar with that word. Could you explain it?" Or, "Sorry, I don't understand. Could you say that in a different way?"
Those are all really useful. What if I need help understanding written instructions?
You could say, "I'm having trouble understanding these instructions. Could you help me?" Or, "This is a bit confusing to me. Could you explain what this means?"
Great. Now, what about asking for help with physical help, like when you need someone to carry something or fix something?
For physical assistance, you can say, "Could you give me a hand with this? I could use some help moving this table." Or, "Would you mind helping me carry these boxes?"
Give me a hand is an idiom, right?
Yes, give someone a hand means to help someone with a physical task. It's very casual and friendly. Another similar expression is lend a hand.
What about asking for help with a task or project at work or school?
At work or school, you might say, "I'm struggling with this report. Do you have time to help me?" Or, "Could you show me how to use this software?" Or, "I'd really appreciate your input on this project."
I'd appreciate your input sounds very professional.
It is. Input means advice, suggestions, or feedback. Now, let's talk about asking for help in emergencies or urgent situations.
That's important. The language would be more direct, right?
Exactly. In emergencies, clarity and speed are more important than extreme politeness. You might say, "I need help. Please help me." Or, "Can someone help me, please?" You can also be specific. "I need a doctor." Or, "Please call an ambulance."
In those situations, people understand that you need to be direct.
Absolutely. Now, what about asking for help when you're lost or need directions?
Oh, we covered directions in a previous episode.
We did, but let's review the key phrases for asking for help with directions. "Excuse me, I'm lost. Could you help me find place?" Or, "I'm trying to get to location. Could you point me in the right direction?"
Point me in the right direction is a great expression.
It is. You can also say, "I'm a bit turned around. Where is the nearest subway station?" Turned around is a polite way to say you're lost or confused about directions.
That's useful. Now, Iris, what about asking for help from customer service, like in stores, restaurants, or on the phone?
Great question. In customer service situations, you can be quite direct because helping you is literally their job. You might say, "Excuse me, I need some help finding something. Could you help me with this, please?" Or, "I have a question about this product."
What if something is wrong, like I received the wrong order at a restaurant?
You can politely point out the problem. "Excuse me, I think there's been a mistake. I ordered the chicken, but this is fish." Or, "I'm sorry, but this isn't one I ordered. Could you help me fix this?"
You're being polite but clear about the problem.
Exactly. Even when there's a mistake, staying polite gets better results. Now, let's talk about asking for help with technology. This is so common nowadays.
Oh, yes, I always need help with technology.
You might say, "I'm having trouble with my computer. Could you take a look? This app isn't working properly. Can you help me?" Or, "I can't figure out how to do this. Could you show me?"
Take a look means to examine or check something, right?
Yes, it's a casual, friendly way to ask someone to examine a problem. Another useful phrase is "walk me through it," which means to explain step by step. "Could you walk me through how to do this?"
That's perfect for learning new processes.
Exactly. Now let's discuss asking for help in academic settings, like from teachers or professors.
This is important for students.
Yes, with teachers, you can say, "I don't understand this concept. Could you explain it again?" Or, I'm confused about the homework assignment. Could you clarify what we're supposed to do? Or could we go over this problem together?
What about asking for an extension on an assignment?
That requires a bit more explanation and justification. You might say, I'm having difficulty completing the assignment by the deadline. Would it be possible to get an extension? I've been dealing with some personal issues.
So you explain the situation and ask politely.
Yes, and it's important to ask as early as possible, not at the last minute. Now, what about asking for help from your boss or colleagues at work?
This can be tricky because you don't want to seem incompetent at work.
That's a common fear, but remember, asking for help shows you want to do the job correctly. It's much better than making mistakes because you are too proud to ask.
That's true, so how should I ask?
With your boss, you might say, I want to make sure I do this correctly. Could you clarify what you're looking for? Or, I have a question about this project. Do you have a few minutes to discuss it?
That shows you're being conscientious and want to do good work.
Exactly. With colleagues, you can be a bit more casual. Hey, I'm stuck on this. Have you dealt with something like this before? Or, do you have a minute? I could use your expertise on something.
I could use your expertise is a nice way to compliment them while asking for help.
Yes, people love being recognized as experts. It makes them more willing to help. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when asking for help.
Oh, good. Learning from mistakes is so helpful.
Mistake number 1, being too vague. Don't just say, I need help. Be specific about what you need.
So instead of I need help, say I need help understanding this chapter or I need help fixing my printer.
Exactly. Mistake number 2, apologizing too much. Some people say, I'm so sorry 5 times before even asking for help.
How many times should we apologize?
Once is enough, or you don't need to apologize at all. You can simply say, excuse me, to get attention. Saying, I'm sorry to bother you once is fine, but don't overdo it.
What's mistake number 3?
Mistake number 3, not respecting the other person's time. Don't just assume someone can drop everything to help you.
So I should check if they have time.
Yes, say, do you have a minute? Or, are you free to help me with something? Or, when would be a good time to go over this?
That's respectful. What's mistake number 4?
Mistake number 4, not being prepared. If you're asking for help with something complex, have your materials ready and be able to explain what you've already tried.
So I should say something like, I've tried to do this on my own, but I'm stuck on this part.
Perfect. That shows you've made an effort and aren't just being lazy. Mistake number 5, forgetting to say thank you.
Always thank people for their help.
Absolutely. Even a simple, thank you so much for your help, or I really appreciate this, goes a long way.
What's mistake number 6?
Mistake number 6, using the wrong tone. Even if your words are polite, if your tone sounds demanding or entitled, people won't want to help.
So we should sound genuinely grateful and humble.
Exactly. Your tone should be friendly, appreciative, and respectful. Now, let's talk about some advanced techniques for asking for help effectively.
Advanced techniques, I love this.
First technique, offer context before asking. Instead of just, can you help me, explain briefly why you need help. I'm working on the quarterly report and I've run into a problem with the data. Could you help me?
That helps the person understand if they're the right person to help.
Exactly. Second technique, make it easy for them to say yes. Instead of asking for a big time commitment, start small. Could you take a quick look at this? Sounds easier than, could you help me with this project?
People are more likely to agree to a small request.
Yes. Third technique, acknowledge their expertise. You're really good at Excel. Could you show me how to create a pivot table? This makes them feel valued.
People love being recognized for their skills.
Yes. Fourth technique, offer something in return. If you help me with this, I'd be happy to help you with your presentation later. This creates reciprocity.
It makes it feel more like a collaboration than just asking for a favor.
Exactly. Fifth technique, be specific about what kind of help you need. Instead of, I need help with my presentation, say, could you review my slides and give me feedback on the structure?
That's much clearer.
Yes, the more specific you are, the easier it is for someone to help you. Now, let's talk about different ways to phrase requests based on the level of formality.
This is important because we need to match our language to the situation.
Exactly. Let's start with very casual, informal requests. These are for friends and close colleagues.
What would those sound like?
Very casual, hey, can you help me out? Give me a hand with this. Help me with something real quick. These all use simple language and a friendly tone.
Those sound like something I'd say to a close friend.
Exactly. Now, neutral politeness. This works in most everyday situations with people you don't know well.
Like strangers or acquaintances?
Yes. Neutral polite. Excuse me, could you help me, please? Would you mind helping me with this? Could I ask for your assistance? These are polite, but not overly formal.
What about formal situations?
For formal contexts, like professional emails or speaking with important people, I would be grateful if you could assist me with this matter. I was wondering if you might be able to provide some guidance. Would it be possible for you to provide some guidance?
Those sound very professional and respectful.
They are. Now, let's practice some complete dialogues so you can hear how these phrases work in real conversations.
Great idea. Let's do different scenarios.
Let's start with a casual scenario. You're at your friend's house and you can't figure out how to use their TV remote. I'll be your friend.
Okay. Hey, I'm trying to watch Netflix, but I can't figure out this remote. Can you show me how it works?
Oh, sure. You need to press this button first to switch to the smart TV mode, and then you can select Netflix from this menu.
Oh, I see. Thanks so much.
No problem. Perfect. That was casual and friendly. Now let's do a professional scenario. You're at work and you need help understanding a new software. I'll be your colleague.
Excuse me, Sarah. Do you have a few minutes? I'm having trouble with the new project management software, and I know you've been using it for a while.
Sure. What seems to be the problem?
I can't figure out how to assign tasks to team members. Could you walk me through it?
Of course. So first, you click on the project, then you'll see an option to add team members here.
Excellent. You were polite, specific about what you needed, and you acknowledged my expertise with the software.
Yes. Now let's do a customer service scenario. You're in a store looking for a specific item. I'll be the store employee.
Excuse me, could you help me find something? I'm looking for organic peanut butter, but I can't see it on this shelf.
Oh, the organic products are actually in a different section. Let me show you where it is.
That would be great, thank you.
Perfect. Polite, clear, and specific. Now, let's do a more challenging scenario. You need to ask your professor for help because you're struggling with the coursework.
Professor Martinez, do you have some time during your office hours this week? I'm struggling with the concepts in Chapter 5, and I'd really like to go over them with you to make sure I understand before the exam.
Sure, I have time on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Does that work for you?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help.
Excellent. You were respectful, you acknowledged it was your responsibility to understand, and you asked about their availability.
Thanks. Now, Iris, what about asking for help in writing, like in emails?
Great question. Written requests for help have some special considerations. You can't rely on tone of voice or body language, so your words need to do all the work.
What's the structure for a help request email?
Start with a polite greeting, then state your request clearly, provide necessary context, be specific about what you need, and end with appreciation and a closing. Let me give you an example.
Please do.
Dear Mr. Thompson, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to ask if you could help me with the annual budget report. I've completed most of it, but I'm uncertain about how to format the quarterly projections section. Would you be able to spare 15 minutes this week to review it with me? I'm happy to work around your schedule. Thank you so much for your time and assistance. Best regards, Jennifer.
That's comprehensive. You were polite, specific, and respectful of their time.
Exactly. Notice I also said, I hope this email finds you well, which is a polite opening, and I specified 15 minutes so they know it's not a huge time commitment.
What about more casual work emails?
For colleagues you work with regularly, you can be less formal. Hi, Marcus. Quick question. I'm stuck on the client presentation and could use your input. Do you have 10 minutes today to take a look? Thanks. Lisa.
Much more casual, but still polite.
Yes, the level of formality should match your relationship with the person. Now, let's talk about asking for help from multiple people, like in a group setting.
That can be intimidating, speaking up in a group.
It can be, but it's important to do it. In a meeting or class, you might say, I have a question about this, or could someone clarify this point for me? Or I'm not sure I understand. Could we go over that again?
So you're addressing the group generally, not one specific person.
Exactly. Someone will usually respond. In a classroom, you might say, I don't quite understand this concept. Could you explain it differently?
What if I'm in a group project and I need help from my teammates?
You could say in a group message, Hey team, I'm working on the market analysis section and I'm having trouble finding reliable data sources. Has anyone come across good resources for this? Any help would be appreciated.
That's asking for help without putting pressure on any one person.
Exactly. Now, let's discuss some cultural considerations when asking for help in English-speaking countries.
Oh, yes, I know different cultures have different attitudes about asking for help.
In most English-speaking cultures, particularly the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, asking for help is seen as normal and even positive. People generally appreciate when you ask rather than pretending to understand or making mistakes.
That's different from some cultures where asking for help might be seen as weakness.
Exactly. In English-speaking workplaces especially, asking questions shows you're engaged and want to do things correctly. Teachers also appreciate when students ask questions.
What about the difference between British and American styles?
In British English tends to use more indirect language. Instead of, can you help me? A British person might say, I don't suppose you could help me, or you wouldn't happen to know how to do this.
That's more indirect.
Yes, Americans tend to be more direct, but both value politeness. Now, let's discuss responding when someone offers to help you.
Oh, that's important too. How do I accept help graciously?
When someone offers help, you can say, Yes, please, that would be wonderful. Or, I'd really appreciate that, thank you. Or, that would be so helpful, thanks.
What if I want to decline help politely?
You can say, That's very kind of you, but I think I can manage, thank you though. Or, I appreciate the offer, but I've got it covered.
That's polite but firm.
Yes. Now, let's talk about some specific phrases for different types of help. If you need someone to explain something, could you break that down for me? Or could you elaborate on that? Or what do you mean by that?
Break that down means to explain in simpler terms.
Exactly. If you need someone to show you how to do something, could you demonstrate that for me? Or could you show me the steps? Or would you mind walking me through the process?
What about if you need information or resources?
You could say, Do you know where I can find information about this? Or could you point me to some resources? Or who would be the best person to ask about this?
That last one is great when you're not sure you're asking the right person.
Exactly. If you need emotional support or advice, I could really use some advice. Or, Can I talk to you about something? Or, I'm going through a tough time and I could use a friend.
Those are more personal and emotional.
Yes, and it's okay to ask for this kind of help too. Friends and family usually want to support you. Now, what about following up after someone helps you?
You mean like checking in later?
Yes, it's good practice to follow up, especially if someone spent significant time helping you. You might say, I just wanted to thank you again for helping me yesterday. It really made a difference. Or, Your advice worked perfectly. Thank you so much.
That shows appreciation and lets them know their help was effective.
Exactly. People appreciate knowing that their help made a difference. Now, let's discuss some advanced vocabulary for asking for help.
Advanced vocabulary. I'm ready.
Instead of just help, you can use assistance, support, guidance, input, advice, expertise, insight.
Can you give examples of how to use these?
Sure, I could use some guidance on this project, or I'd value your input on this decision, or I need some support with this issue, or I'd appreciate your expertise on this matter.
Those all sound very professional.
They are. Here are some more sophisticated phrases. I was hoping you might be able to shed some light on this, or I'd be grateful for your perspective, or I could benefit from your experience with this.
Shed some light on means to clarify or explain?
Exactly. It's a nice idiomatic expression. Now, let's talk about asking for help when you've already tried to solve the problem yourself.
This is important because you want to show you made an effort.
Yes, you can say, I've tried several approaches, but I'm still stuck. Could you help me? Or, I've researched this extensively, but I'm still unclear. Could you explain?
This shows you're not just being lazy.
Exactly. You can also describe what you've tried. I tried doing it this way and that way, but neither worked. What am I missing?
That gives the other person useful information.
Yes. Now, what about asking for help when there's a language barrier?
This is crucial for English learners.
If you're struggling with English, be honest. English is not my first language. Could you speak a bit more slowly? Or, I'm still learning English. Could you use simpler words?
Most people are understanding about this.
Absolutely. You can also ask, could you write that down for me? Or, could you show me what you mean?
Visual aids can help when language is difficult.
Exactly. Now, let's practice a comprehensive dialogue that includes multiple types of help requests.
Great idea.
I'll be a new employee at a company and you'll be my experienced colleague. I'm going to ask for several different types of help.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hi, Marcus. Do you have a few minutes? I'm still getting oriented and I could use some help with a few things.
Of course. What do you need help with?
Well, first, I can't figure out how to access the shared drive. Could you show me?
Sure. You need to go to the company portal and click on Resources. I can walk you through it.
That would be great, thanks. Also, I'm working on my first client presentation and I'm not sure about the format we typically use. Could you share an example with me or point me to a template?
Absolutely. I have a few recent presentations I can share. I'll email them to you.
Perfect. And one more thing. I noticed everyone goes to the cafe across the street for lunch. Would you mind if I joined you sometime? I'd love to get to know the team better.
Of course. We're actually going today at 1:30. You're welcome to join us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for all your help. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. Welcome to the team.
Perfect. Notice how I asked for 3 different types of help: technical help with the computer system, professional help with work format, and social help with integrating into the team.
And you were polite, specific, and respectful throughout.
Exactly. Now, let's do our vocabulary review so our listeners can remember all these important phrases.
Great idea.
Okay, friends, let's review the essential vocabulary and phrases for asking for help in English.
First group, basic help requests. Could you help me, please? Can you help me with something? Would you mind helping me? I could use some help.
These are your foundation phrases for most situations. Use could and would you mind for extra politeness.
Next group, formal help requests. I was wondering if you could help me. Would it be possible for you to assist me? I would appreciate your help. I would be grateful for your assistance.
Perfect for professional settings, emails, and formal situations.
Next group, asking for clarification. Could you explain that? I don't understand. What does that mean? Could you repeat that? Could you speak more slowly?
Essential for language learners. Don't be afraid to ask people to slow down or explain.
Next group, asking for specific types of help. Could you show me how to do this? Could you walk me through it? Could you demonstrate that? Could you give me a hand with this?
Great for when you need someone to teach you something or help with a physical task.
Next group, checking availability. Do you have a minute? Are you free to help me? Do you have time to discuss this? When would be a good time?
Always respect people's time by checking if they're available.
Next group, professional contexts. I need your expertise. Could I get your input on this? I'd value your perspective. Could we go over this together?
These are great for work and academic settings.
Useful expressions. I'm stuck. I'm confused. I'm struggling with this. I can't figure this out. I'm having trouble with this.
These describe your situation and explain why you need help.
Advanced vocabulary. Assistance, guidance, support, input, expertise, insight, clarification.
Use these instead of just help to sound more sophisticated and professional.
Important phrases. I could use. Would you mind? I was wondering if. Would it be possible to? I'd appreciate.
These are all polite ways to make requests.
Excellent review. Friends, practice these phrases out loud. Use them in real situations. The more you practice, the more natural asking for help will become.
Now let's do our final summary of everything we learned today.
Perfect. Let's make sure our listeners remember the key points.
First, and most important, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of intelligence and confidence. It shows you want to learn and improve.
Second, in English-speaking cultures, asking for help is normal and expected. People are usually happy to help if you ask politely.
Third, the basic structure for asking for help is two parts. Get attention and make your request, then explain specifically what you need.
Fourth, always be specific about what kind of help you need. Don't just say, "I need help." Say, "I need help understanding this instruction," or "I need help lifting this box."
Fifth, match your level of formality to the situation. Casual with friends, neutral, polite with strangers and acquaintances, formal in professional settings.
Sixth, always respect people's time. Check if they're available before launching into your request.
Seventh, show that you've made an effort. Explain what you've already tried before asking for help.
Eighth, don't apologize excessively. One "excuse me" or "I'm sorry to bother you" is enough.
Ninth, always say thank you. Show genuine appreciation for people's help.
10th, it's okay to ask for help with English itself. Say, "English is my second language. Could you speak more slowly?" Most people are very understanding.
11th, follow up after someone helps you. Let them know their help was effective. This strengthens relationships.
And finally, use advanced vocabulary and phrases to sound more professional. Assistance, guidance, expertise. I was wondering if. Would it be possible to?
That's comprehensive. The most important takeaway, friends, is this: never suffer in silence. Whether you're lost, confused, stuck, or struggling, there's always a polite way to ask for help in English.
Absolutely. Asking for help is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier with practice.
And remember, the worst that can happen is someone says they can't help you right now, but most of the time, people will be happy to assist you.
So be brave. Ask questions, request assistance, seek guidance. This is how we all learn and grow.
And now, our question of the day.
Friends, we have 3 questions for you today. Choose one or answer all 3.
First question: when was the last time you needed help but were too shy to ask? What happened? What did you learn from that experience? Share your story in the comments.
Second question: what's the hardest type of help for you to ask for? Help with understanding English? Help with directions? Help at work? Help with personal problems? Tell us your biggest challenge.
Third question: based on today's lesson, what's one phrase you're going to start using when you need help? Choose your favorite phrase and commit to using it this week. Share it in the comments.
We read every comment and we love hearing from you. Your stories and experiences help us create better content and help other learners too.
Remember, friends, asking questions in our comments is great practice for asking for help. So don't be shy, comment away.
Before we go, please give this video a big thumbs up if you learned something useful today, and hit that subscribe button.
Subscribing really helps us reach more English learners who need these practical lessons, and click the bell icon so you never miss a new episode.
What topic should we cover next? How to compliment people, how to handle complaints, how to negotiate in English. Let us know in the comments.
Your suggestions help us plan content that's truly useful for you.
From both of us, thank you so much for being here today. Remember, asking for help is not weakness, it's wisdom.
You don't have to know everything. You don't have to do everything alone. It's okay to ask for help. In fact, it's smart to ask for help.
Practice the phrases we taught you today. Start with small requests in low-pressure situations. Build your confidence gradually.
And always remember our motto: Every new word plants a seed of thought, and every new phrase gives you the power to get the help you need and deserve.
The help you need is just one polite question away. Don't let fear or embarrassment hold you back.
You've got all the tools now. You know the phrases, you know the structure, you know how to be polite. Now go out there and ask for help when you need it.
Goodbye, friends. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep asking for help.
Bye-bye. Remember, "Could you help me, please?" is one of the most powerful phrases in English. Use it. See you next time.